Hello for another Wednesday Wisdom. I'm so excited to be here today because today we're going to talk about the top 10 questions that will help you as a small business owner to ask yourself and answer in deciding what kind of accounting needs do you have. And a lot of us, we never ask this question. So without further ado, number one, what are my business goals and objectives? And, with this, do I need accounting services that can help me achieve these goals, such as financial forecasting? Do I need tax planning, right? That's number one. What are my business goals and objectives? Number two, how complex is my business? It's a real question. Now, what does that mean? That means, does my business have multiple revenue streams? Do I have multiple currencies? Do I have expense classes? Do I have inventory to track, right? All these are really, really valid questions. And, you got to ask yourself, how complex is that side of your business? Do I have multiple locations? With that is, will I need services such as, any type of managerial accounting we talked about last week? Like, I need forecasting, cash flow, we need budgets, right? Do I need cost accounting? Do I need job or project accounting? Do I need to manage my finances in different ways because of, currency exchanges and all of that, right? So that's number two. Number three, what is my budget for accounting services? Now, this is where a lot of people think that they have an idea how much it should cost, and they don't really take into account how big is the business. Now, typically the accounting services, like everything else, it's going to be a percentage of your gross revenue. It doesn't mean that you always have to pay that percentage, but typically as you grow, the more money that you make, the cost of what you need is going to be higher. So it's very typical to be between 2 to 4% for accounting services. I'm not talking about taxes. I'm not talking about tax planning. This is accounting services. Okay. So when you set up the architecture of your business, when you set up the foundation, that's typically a good place to go. So if you're having, $10,000, in revenue, like you have to do it yourself because you can hire someone for that 1 to 2% or 2% that you're going to pay someone to do your books. A lot of people just want to outsource that immediately. And you have to understand, to be able to outsource, you have to make a little bit more money. So when you make $1 million, for example, $40,000 in accounting services, and that's typically normal for a business, right? The same way marketing services have a percentage that's normal for marketing. So what is your budget for accounting services? That was number three. Number four, what level of financial reporting and analysis do you need, right? So we talked about different things that, a business owner might need, or that you might, feel that is necessary for you. So that means, do I require monthly statements? Do I need quarterly statements? What kind of statements do I need? Do I need someone to interpret and analyze my data every month, every quarter, every week, right? Or do you just need it on a yearly basis, right? So do you need to understand, the health of your business, if you have debt, if you have a lot of assets, like, how, well are you leveraged? So all these things, you have to analyze and see, what do you need? And you might say, I don't even know what I need, right? So think about, what do you want to see if you're growing? Think about, when you make decisions, what is missing, for you to feel confident when you make that decision. So that's really the cue where it's going to help you determine what do you need and how often do you need it. Okay. So that was number four. Number five, what is the industry that I'm in as a business owner, right? And what are the specific requirements for that industry? We talked about medical having HIPAA regulations, right? We talk about the government contractors. There's real estate with their own regulations and the things that need to be compliant with. So know your industry, right? That was number five. Number six, do I need help with tax preparation and planning? What does that mean? Does that mean, am I going to prepare my own tax return, or am I going to go and hire someone to prepare return and give me some tax strategies and planning? Again, that comes with a cost, right? So do I have a necessary knowledge to do my own return, or do I need to outsource it? Do I have to pay enough tax that planning is necessary? You have to have enough taxes due to be a necessity to have tax planning. Not everybody should have tax planning, even though I do tax planning and it's one of my favorite subjects, but it's not suited for everybody. right? So is that a necessity for you? Right? And number 7, payroll, right? So when we talk about payroll is, am I going to have employees? Am I going to be the only employees? What kind of needs do I have on payroll, right? So that's a legitimate question. What do you need? Do I need a service provider? Do I need the software that does it all? What do you need on payroll? Number 8 is, what is the level of my accounting knowledge and expertise? Can I do some or all my accounting needs? Can I solve it? Do I have a spouse that's helping me in the business? Do I have someone in my family that's working with me? Or do I have a partner that's picking up the other part of the accounting needs? Am I going to keep it in-house, or do I need to work with a professional provider to give that for me? That's important to know when you establish what kind of needs do you have. And number nine, do I need help with the budgeting and forecast, right? Budgeting, forecast, cash flow management, all of that. As I said, this is one of the most expensive, kind of area in the whole managerial accounting, because it's the most time consuming and it requires deep analysis of all the numbers that you have over time. So if you need help, how often would you need help? That's very time sensitive. What was true last quarter is not going to be true this quarter. Very likely it's not going to be the same. So, think about it and answer this question for yourself. Do I really need that to grow? Is that a necessity right now? And number 10 is, what accounting software or tools do I need to manage all of this and all of the finances of my business effectively? And I would add here, not just, do I need accounting? I want to add a bonus one, which is, number 11. Do I need to be in the cloud, or am I okay to be physical presence somewhere with all my accounting needs and all my records? And my recommendation is always, you always have to have something in the cloud. Giving what's happening in the economy, in the global economy, not just the United States, I think it's really a step back if we're not in the cloud, regardless if you have a physical location or not. Everything should be in the cloud. My opinion only. It's not a must do, but that's my opinion. So I would just say, I would answer these 10 questions, and then I would say, do I have a necessity to be in the cloud? Then, because if you do, then your accounting software would have to be in the cloud, your documents, how you organize all the things that you have, they would need to be in the cloud. So there's a whole new area that we're exploring at that point. So I hope this is helpful. What we did, we prepared a little cheat sheet for you, a little checklist, or helping you to decide what do you need, in your business, to see if you need all of these. What kind of accounting will you need? So check this out. We'll have a link in the comments below on checking and seeing where do you have gaps, what do you need in your accounting, and type a comment below. Let me know what did you learn from this, what would you like to see, and what are your struggles in the business right now. All the best, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.